Yeah, I mean, high molecular weight carbohydrates have been around for 15 years now, but why settle on like the cluster dextrins, because there was the amylopectin, the Vitargo, waxy maize, and those things all have high molecular weight also. But the benefit of the cluster dextrins, and I don't like the word cluster dextrin, because what you're looking for is highly branched cyclic dextrins, cyclodextrins, and they're like a cone. And you can picture like a traffic cone. That's what they are. And a beta cyclodextrin, like what we have in Field Rations, it was a beta cyclodextrin. It's a 7 dextrose ring at the top that works into a cone. It's hydrophilic on one side, hydrophobic on the other. And another place that cyclodextrins are used is in Febreze. And the reason you can Febreze and forget it is you spray these highly branched cyclodextrins on it. The stink, basically, or the filth gets sucked into the cone. And that stays that way because of the hydrophilic nature until later on, after you forget it, you later on wash it off. And what does that do? Reintroduce water, reverse that hydrophobic. The cyclodextrin gets sucked up in the water and the stink goes away with it. We can use that to our same advantage. Instead of stink, we can add essential amino acids, which are roughly about the size. They have the potential to fit into that cyclodextrin, be stuck in there. And now you have a low molecular weight, a high osmolarity product in the amino acids that wouldn't get pulled into the small intestine, now being dragged along because of that kind of structure with the highly branched cyclodextrins into the small intestine where nutrient absorption occurs. So you get like a double bang for your buck. And so it's like, wow, this is a perfect world. Why isn't everyone doing this? Well, because of dumping syndrome, because there's such a big pull that that water that now, instead of getting pooling in your stomach, is pooling in the colon, needs to still go somewhere. And that's where the dumping syndrome comes in. But you can circumvent that by a small little change, adding about 20% of a slightly lower molecular weight carbohydrate with a higher osmolarity like dextrose. So that's like our ratio, 20 grams of highly branched cyclodextrins to 5 grams of dextrose with 10 grams of essential amino acids. And then the kicker to top it all off is, what do you need to form glycogen? We need sodium, right? So we add a little bit of sea salt in there, something that everyone forgets, and you have every single possible nutrient needed for muscle growth and glycogen storage, which is exactly what you want in your intra-workout.
Perfect. I might be able to get 2 out of that one. So maybe we do like a question, like a funny question. Like I'll say, so cluster dextrin, it works as a cone, and you've explained it. I can explain it back to you, and I'll say, so if I don't put amino acids, can I just drink that and it'll get rid of my protein breath? Maybe I can ask that.
It probably would work. It's funny. No, actually, here.
Well, you want me to ask or no?
Well, I was gonna do it. Okay, yeah, you can ask. No, go ahead, do it. Yeah.
All right. So if what you're saying is, if the cluster dextrin is like a cone, like Febreze, and it will pull in all the amino acids if I have it in there. So if I don't put any amino acids, will it work like Febreze in my breath? Will it like suck all the nasty ass smell of my protein in there, so I won't stink as much when I come home to my wife?
Yeah, probably. And you want to know what's really interesting? I actually have I have the design. It's just a list of ingredients for a hunting scent spray that includes some of the ingredients of Field Rations. Theoretically, you could spray Field Rations in a mist, add Field Rations. Actually, this would work. Any hunters out there that also like work on, have extra Field Rations, take a small amount of Field Rations, put it in distilled water, and add about a 1 to 2% baking soda solution to it. And you have like an absolutely great anti-scent formula. Obviously, the Field Rations has scent because we have other ingredients, but if you could isolate the highly branched cyclodextrins mixed with the sodium bicarbonate and baking soda in a highly diluted thing, spray it on you, the cluster dextrins would absorb the stink, the water would evaporate off, it'd be stuck into the cyclodextrins, and the bicarbonate also works to neutralize odors. So you have trapped odors and neutralized odors and zero stink. And you'd be the world's greatest hunter, I'd have to imagine.